So we starting off with talking about what everybody's talking about.
Where is Wendy Williams?
That's the name of it, right? Mm-hmm. The name of this.
Like, remember, I watched the wrong one yesterday. Yeah. A mess. Something about
Wendy
she's
Williams,
a mess. Yes.
Now, this thing that they talking about, where's Wendy Williams? Mm-hmm. Is it a documentary? What is it? Because we're gonna give our view on it.
Like I said earlier, and before we were frozen, this is kind of like two things in one, because it sounds like the beginning of this and what they were told, I guess, and I could be wrong, you guys, so correct me if I'm wrong. The camera crew was pretty much saying, can we follow her and let people know how her health is and what's going on in her life? Just kind of like update what's going on with Wendy. Where is Wendy? What you doing since the show and everything's been canceled or whatever. But when she sat with her son for a dinner or lunch and her nephew, she said, what do you think about my podcast? And he was like, because, they don't really want her to work. They want her to get well.
Right.
Podcast, we're doing it now. The manager and I want to make money. We're doing the podcast now. So it sounds like a lot of this filming and footage that's going on is kind of like the beginning of her podcast. She wants to get back to TV. And it's almost like, it's sad because that's all she knows. She's bored. She's probably lonely. She's still hurting. She still needs to heal. Whatever's going on in her mental, physical, spiritual, whatever, emotional life. She still wants to be on the air because she is Wendy.
So you got this lady who they saying has dementia and all kind of other stuff.
Beginning stages
But yet she still wants to be famous. So they can't sit her down.
She likes being in the limelight. She likes being seen. She likes being out there. How do you get someone whose health is really going bad? Because I was telling my sister, when you think about others who have had some health issues, and even to the point where doctors and family members have been blamed for their health issues, like Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, and the doctor, they were still, other than Whitney, I'm sorry, I take that back. Whitney's vocals were gone, but she still wanted to go back and sing.
Right.
Michael, to me, was, even though he had a lot of issues with his health, he still was able to perform. Go in the studio, dance.
Well, he was getting ready to do that concert.
Exactly. Wendy wants to still perform. That's what she does. She wants to still talk, do interviews, ask questions. But you got people pulling on you. The yes men saying, okay, Wendy, yeah, go ahead and do it, girl, because there's money in their pocket too. Families
the little bit I saw, because you saw the whole thing, the little bit I saw, like you said, she was having lunch with her son and her nephew. And she said, we're making money. She's talking about her and her manager.
Yes.
So I guess people are saying, are they using her for money?
That's the hard thing about it, because if you know somebody wants to do something and they really shouldn't be doing it, you can still jump on the bandwagon because they want to do it and say, okay, if you want to do it, we'll go ahead and do it and we'll all make money. But the family's like, no, I don't care what she wants to do. She needs to stay home and get healed.
Right.
No money, no nothing. But you got people
this
fighting.
Case is weird because you got Wendy Williams. You watched it. They said she's mean in there and she's
a different Wendy
than what you see on TV,
than what we've known in the past.
Now, Charlamagne says she always been mean.
Not in her early days. Her mom even said, Wendy, when she was growing up, she was never a person that spoke back to people when they teased her about being heavy. When they talked about her, she just kind of ignored it or just held it in. She didn't say, leave me alone, shut up, get out of my face. She was never a person like that until her marriage problem.
I was getting right to say it. So are we saying that her marriage, well, he came out and said
it started
Bubblehead Kelvin.
Yeah.
He said it's a lot of people who play a role into the demise of Wendy. He never took back that he's not part of it. But he said her family not as innocent as everybody's trying to make out. Yeah. Everybody plays a role in the way she is.
I believe that. She didn't have the perfect family. She even said she didn't have a perfect family. They were okay.
She said her mother and father ignored her until she became famous. And then they was like, that's my daughter, Wendy.
Exactly.
So I think they've always used her for money.
And they've talked about her dad would talk about her weight. So that was always the issue with her. So it was either being criticism or what, on all of the family members. Her brother said they're best friends, but my thing is, you and I, let's say for sake of argument, Kim becomes really known like Wendy Williams, and I'm her. I help her manage. We get family and people that know what to do.
Yeah.
If something happens to her, we like glue. You ain't getting rid of me.
But what if I'm like, get away? I don't want you.
Oh, then everybody and their mama would know that's not Kim. What's going on? Kim is saying, get rid of her sister. My sister's trying to take my money from me. Kim can be going through some mental breakdowns and really think I'm after you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That's a good one. That's hard.
And the court, we know the Wells Fargo, they said she can't get her money because they think something wrong with her.
They have good reason too, because think about it. Her son was her power of attorney or whatever,
and then she spent a lot of money. They
said he did a lot of money spending on some birthday thing, and they had to watch him, and so they removed him.
Yeah,
they have a guardian that's assigned legally.
Well, my thing with Wendy Williams is on this article it says Wendy Williams' guardian often left her without access to food. So they said this guardian, whoever this guardian is horrible. And her friend, well, you can listen to it.
Her sister said it too.
Her best friend, G, because I always hear her talk about Gigi.
Yeah, Gigi.
She talked about it on, what's his name? Como show.
Chris Como.
Mamas love Chris Como. Mm-hmm. Okay, here. I can't hear.
When I was in New York and staying with Wendy in the summer, I noticed when she would call, she had no access to her money, so every time she had to do anything that she had to pay for, she had to go through the guardian. And she would call to order her breakfast at 7:30 in the morning with the guardian, and she would take the order, and the order wouldn't show up until sometimes noon.
See?
And so Wendy wouldn't have any food. And when I went back to LA, I would have to send her food from Los Angeles to New York through delivery service because she the communication wasn't there, and she had no other access to money than this guardian. And so that's what was concerning to me, because she was telling me she didn't have food. And her publicist also, who lives out in LA, both of us were going back and forth sending food to Wendy because she wasn't having access to food.
Now, don't you think that's odd? Mm-hmm. This woman is a multi-millionaire, and she can't get no food. She has to call her friend who lives in a whole nother state.
Her sister, they had conversations. Remember before they shut the family out? They asked the sister if she willing to take on some classes or learn to be a guardian, because she said, yes, I'll take care of my sister. And then they just shut the family out. And they couldn't even, Wendy would call them. That's how they would talk with her. Otherwise, they were not able to call her. But the sister made a comment. She said, if this is the policy, the process of a guardian, she said, then it's broken. This whole thing of the guardianship is broken.
Her friend don't think she said she don't believe the diagnosis. She said, I haven't seen it. That's what people saying. She said, where is it written? Where do I see it?
Right.
She don't believe it. She probably thinks some foul play is going on. Well, what's going on is the guardian, the one that they got over Wendy Williams,
the specific person,
is being sued in real life from another person.
Oh, no. Because the niece came before you say that, the niece came to visit as well. And they said, Wendy, you hungry? I'll go get something to eat. And the camera guys were saying, there's no food in the refrigerator.
It says Sabrina Morrissey, I think is her name, was named Wendy's legal guardian. She has a history of controversy, including an ongoing lawsuit in which she is accused of robbing a client for $30 million.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad this came out.
The claims were dismissed voluntarily before she and any of the other defendants filed an answer responding to the specific allegations. Now, Wendy's close friend, Regina Hall, has revealed Sabrina is in control of Wendy's money and how she can spend it. That's what she said. It makes no sense why she wouldn't have food.
Yeah, guardian should be doing everything to make sure Wendy is taken care of. Who hired her?
I think the court
So
appointed her.
she's if she's found liable, these are allegedly, right? If she's in trouble, the courts are going to be in trouble because they're giving her information and whoever she is to these clients.
Now she's
ripping them off.
They was talking about a lot of people. There's other people in the country who have guardianships.
Yeah.
The court gives guardianships, and they said that some of these people, these guardians, are taking advantage, and some of these lawyers are
getting money under the table.
They're getting money, the client's money, and what's happening is the attorneys are working with these guardians, and they milking these people for all the money they have. And this could be a case. That's what's going on with Wendy. They said, but it's so public that it might have exposed some stuff.
Yeah.
So other people are coming out saying they have family members who they can't get to because the court put guardianship over them and they can't get to their family member. And they said, and they have money and they've taken all their money.
The lawyers know that. So they legally do things where a family or whoever can't. They took her son off of her paperwork for power of attorney. And a lawyer and the judge made that decision. So if there's things underhandedly going, well, here's the thing that I'm hating about any kind of shade throwing. We got a previous commander in chief that does shady things.
Yeah.
And that's why most America's like, yeah, we don't care. If nobody sees you, it doesn't matter.
It does.
But that's wrong. That's no integrity. I pray the light shines on her.
It says Sabrina was appointed Wendy's legal financial guardian in December of 2022. Now, Insider says this is not like the Britney Spears thing.
Her family.
Because remember, her father was over her. Mm-hmm. This is a financial guardian.
Right.
This is someone who is watching over her finances, who is making sure that the decisions that are happening with her accounts are in her best interest. When Wendy asks for something to happen, the guardian is making sure it is in her own financial best interest first.
For that to happen.
Her accounts are now handled between the guardian, Wendy, and the court. The source added the court can eventually decide to give Wendy back full control of her accounts and end the guardianship, but that is up to the court. Now, the people were saying that in these court systems, it's very hard to get out of a guardianship. You saw how hard it was for Britney Spears to get out of it.
Right.
She had to keep going back and forth
with her family.
And so it said that this one family said they took the doctor's notes saying that their father is fine now.
Right.
In the beginning, he wasn't. He had an accident and his mind was messed up.
Right.
But the doctor said it's been years. He's fine. Court still won't give him back.
Is the courts getting money for that?
I don't know.
So they can still keep getting paid? Listing as the guardian or listing as a court, however the court's paid. There's always money for legal work to be done.
I don't know why it's so hard to end a guardianship once you get it.
I don't get it.
And Wendy had to sign it over because this one guy, he signed it over. The attorney said, you need to sign over for guardianship because right now you're not in your right mind.
But why can't they fight that she was not in her right mind when she signed it over?
She might have been in her right mind a long time ago when she signed it and said, if anything happens to me, I need a guardian or so. I don't know.
I thought her son
was. It's very suspicious.
Yeah, it is.
So when is this over? Is it over or you got to keep watching it?
I watched 3 and 4. So it was 4, I think, of them.
Oh, so it's over.
I think it's just 4 because it sounded like this last one I watched they were done with her now being in a facility that's helping her, and the family are not told where it is.
But I don't know what to
contact her.
Because if she goes to stay with her son or her sister, she's still going to be telling them what she wants.
No, because
How do you say no to somebody that can get up and walk away?
She can't really. She
can leave in the middle of the night.
She's not physically able to just get up. She barely can walk.
Oh, she can't walk?
She can walk, but she can't go nowhere. She can't drive nowhere. She would have to call an Uber. to come get her.
It's
But
a
they were
sad-
saying, they were telling, the family was showing, and I see why they wanted this documentary / whatever to be seen, because they're letting the world know if other people who have issues like this, like you're saying, the whole guardianship thing, legally, how you can try to get help or fight it or whatever. But she also wanted people to see when she was home with family, like her dad,
She was
her
doing
brothers,
better.
she was getting better. She was gaining weight. She was eating. The thing I didn't like too, now there's little things here and there that you have to be careful with, even as a family. When I don't know if you saw the scene where the family was at the table at dinner, the dad, the brother, who ordered wine at the table? No. The man came over and gave her son wine. The nephew. Nobody should have taken a glass of
because she wanted
nothing.
it. She wanted it.
And that made me mad. The brother, the son, the nephew, sir, take it back.
See?
Nobody drinks that night. That's how she's going to get better. You put wine in her face? Yeah. Somebody who's drinking at the table? I want that.
Yeah.
I want that. So her sister said her sister wanted to be the guardian. They asked her if she wanted training. And she was in the middle of, yes, she wanted to be the guardian.
She don't want Wendy to drink anymore.
I don't know what to say.
So I feel bad for her. But this lady, I hope you're saying, comes true.
The people who know her in real life, they said they don't like this documentary. People like Charlamagne and them, they said it's exploiting her. I don't know.
She made the decision to do it.
Yeah, but you can't go by what she wants.
Here's the thing. I see good and bad with this. I have mixed feelings. The first two, I was getting really upset. You saw me come out.
So towards the end, you was better.
I was really upset with it because I figured, like, even that girl that has been her publicist, and the niece came and said, "Oh, let me leave," and she went out in the back, and you can hear them talking. I don't know her. Who is she? I don't want her in there. I don't. Who hired her? All these questions, because she was really aiding on, like, anything Wendy wanted, good or bad.
She gave it to her.
I want my vapor smokes. She had them circle the corner because she couldn't remember where.
What happens
she
if
got
somebody don't give her what she wants?
Well, here's the thing. Wendy said, I want to fly to California, make it happen. Her manager was mad as heck. He said, you don't do that no more.
But what happens if they don't do it? What does she do?
She just can't do it.
So she won't throw a tantrum, or
she'll get
she
mad.
won't hit nobody or nothing?
No, she hasn't physically done things. She's lifted her finger and cussed them out and hollered at them.
Not yet,
but I don't think she will physically hurt anyone. She does cuss and get mad. Well, let's hope she never gets to that level, because her manager has made her mad.
I saw her. You would have to be with her 24 hours.
That's what her sister said.
I saw her on some show that, like, TMZ or something. Mm-hmm. And she was by herself. And she walked outside and asked somebody.
She had a robe on, didn't she?
Or something. And she had, no, the cameras weren't with her.
Oh, okay.
It might have been TMZ that caught her.
Uh-huh.
And she got in the car with somebody and asked them to take her to the liquor store. And the guy took her to the liquor store, and TMZ, I believe it was TMZ. It wasn't no Uber driver, none. It was just a regular person. And then she went into the liquor store. She bought the liquor, and then she couldn't hardly figure out how to get back in the car. The man helped her get in the car. Then he took her back to her place. She didn't know how to get into the building. They had to help her out. What happens? You got to stay with her 24/7.
Her sister said that. That's what she said. That's why they're so upset. The family said wherever she goes for help, someone needs to be with her 24/7. And they need to be, no, you're not doing this. No, I don't care. Oh, talk soft to her. You know how we have to do with people who have early dementia. You can't be mean, but you got to play along with them. You got to know what to do and say.
Yeah.
I'm glad this documentary, now I am for the last 3 and 4th part of it.
Yeah.
It's pros and cons, but I see more pros.
Okay.
Because not only are we seeing what's happening to her, good
but
and
other
bad,
people, it's happening to other people.
And then you also brought light to that lady, the guardian lady, supposedly. Now the light is on her.
So now
Who is this Jane Doe?
Yeah.
Oh, she hurt me too and took my money.
Yeah.
So it's bringing light to a lot of this guardianship mess. Plus, it's letting us know, those of us who are really believe in prayer, oh God, pray for Wendy.
Yeah.
Pray for her family. Pray that she gets healed and set free from all of this hurt.
And that'll be national too. Everybody will talk about that.
Oh God.
Justice for All says, hey ladies. Monica says, hey, good evening. Hey guys. Writing to my own vibe says, I hate when people say she deserves all of what she got. Yeah. I don't believe that, because what if somebody's a good person and they have cancer? Did they deserve that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's still, now I do believe you reap what you sow.
Right.
I do believe the seeds that you sow,
You sowed some seeds
that you reap them.
that were not nice.
But as far as dementia and all of this,
And
how you sowing a bad seed for health? That I don't get. Now her life being exposed, I can see that being a seed.
Yeah.
Because she exposed people's lives.
Exactly.
So you planted seeds of exposing people's lives, and now all of a sudden your life is on display.
It seemed
that I can see, being reaping what you
and
sow.
it seemed like she was taking baby steps, being okay with that, because on her TV show, she announced her divorce. On her TV show, that she said, my husband, y'all seeing he's cheating or whatever. So she didn't
have no choice.
She had no choice, but she was forced to be transparent.
So that part,
as much as she could.
That part, right into my own, I can see reaping what you sow. As far as the showmanship part.
Yeah.
But as far as health, that makes no sense when people say that. Because what happens when nice people die? Or get cancer or whatever.
Or lose a limb.
Yeah, that's what I hate when
crippled from a car
Christians
accident.
go, ooh, I wonder what she did.
They did that with Job.
Yeah, I wonder what she did.
In the Bible, they did that with Job. His friends was questioning. You lost your family. You're sick. Your money. Dude, what did you do? And Job was like,
how did you make
nothing.
God mad? Why is everything happening to you?
Job said, though he slay me, yet will I trust him.
So I don't like that.
Always.
So you're right. I don't like when people say that.
Yeah.
And then when something happened in their life, we'll all turn around and say, what did you do?
What did you do? Mm-hmm. Are you reaping what you sow?
Exactly. But reaping what you sow is, I feel like,
good and bad.
With her, definitely the entertainment part of it. Exposing people's lives and all that stuff. I can definitely see her reaping that. Yeah. Because now her life is on public display. Yeah. Justice for All says the documentary could help because of the national attention on it.
Yeah.
Like what you were saying.
I agree with you, Justice. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay. So it just made me want to pray for her more, though.
Yeah.
Because I felt really bad. I was like, there's a void. And they said her niece said it was like a domino effect. The divorce and him having a child, the 2020 COVID hitting, the mom passing away.
Everything was happening.
It was
to
like
her.
A snowball effect, and alcohol. A lot of
substance
people
abuse, and then she's been on drugs for a long time.
So okay,
all right. They said her dementia. The doctor, that's what allegedly said it was caused her dementia. You can have alcohol. Can cause dementia.
That's sad.
So
wow.
All right. So that's Wendy Williams. Pray for Wendy Williams.
Okay.
This dude.